Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Trey Gowdy is retiring from Congress. And actually, we didn't get him. He got himself. Now, Raw Story is reporting that the South Carolina Republican had abruptly announced on Wednesday that he will not seek re-election in November, but instead will return to the private sector, most likely to do something within the private sector justice system. After all, he was a lawyer before he actually joined Congress in the Tea Party wave. So he said, quote, "Whatever skills I may have are better utilized in a courtroom than in Congress. And I enjoy our justice system more than our political system. As I look back on my career, it is the jobs that both seek and reward fairness that are most rewarding." So here's your translation. I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm gone. So, okay, there's a few reasons why, right? And yes, part of that actually has to do with his desire to return to the private sector. But why would he want to return? Well, it's because he got the tax cuts. Now, his tax cuts he got for his donors, and as soon as that happened, mission accomplished. I'm done here. Like, that's my job. My only job here was to cut taxes for gigantic corporations and for the wealthy. And once I did my job, there's no reason for me to be here anymore. So I'm gone. Mission accomplished, right? Number one priority. So now he gets to go back to the private sector and reap the rewards instead of having to run for Congress, which leads me to the second reason. He actually knows how unpopular the Republican Party is. He knows that there right now is a wave of progressives that are closing in. So, look, Donald Trump and the Republican Party is deeply, deeply unpopular with the polling when it comes to the American people. I mean, look, last night, to be fair, Donald Trump did give I would say gave a good State of the Union, but he went through it pretty adequately, right? He didn't mess up on anything, and so he got a bit of a bump from that, and that's being completely 100% fair. However, even though they got that small bump, he is still one of the most unpopular presidents to, or I should say at this time, compared to other presidents within their terms. So he's got this deep unpopularity. The Republican Party has a deep unpopularity. And to be fair, the Democrats are also deeply unpopular because everybody's saying, I hate both parties. A pox on both your houses. But anyway, it's looking like it's going to be one of those swing elections. And we've been having this for quite some time. So you sweep out one party, you put in the other, they do the exact same thing. They both service the donors. So and the American people are kind of stuck in this cycle where they vote in one party thinking that there's going to be some sort of change. And then when no change happens, they say, okay, well, you guys suck. I'm going to vote for the other guys and vote for the other party. And nothing happens. And that's hopefully what not happens this time, because we actually do have progressives, real progressives, not corporate Democrats, not people that are owned by special interests that are actually trying to run through their primaries. But I'll have a story on that later on how the Democratic Party is actually trying to stop them. But nonetheless, again, Republican, not only are Republican politicians deeply unpopular, you also have Republican policies that are deeply unpopular. For example, the tax plan, right? So the Trump tax plan has very, very poor poll numbers. In fact, most Americans, I think over 3/4 of Americans say, okay, we believe that the tax cuts that you just passed are going to go mainly help the wealthy. So it's somewhere around 53% of respondents thought, yes, we strongly believe that these tax cuts are only going to help the rich, and somewhere around 23% say that, no, we think it's only somewhat going to help the rich. Those are disastrous numbers, right? There's another poll that came out, and I covered that yesterday, that found that only 2% of respondents reported receiving either a raise or a bonus from the tax cut. 2%. That's disastrous. All of that, of course, spells doom in November for any Republican that happens to be running. Now, there's another reason, the third reason. And I know some of you might disagree with this, but Trey Gowdy actually also supports the Mueller investigation. I know it's crazy, right? Now, he has called on Trump and the Republicans to leave Mueller alone. Recently, in an interview with Fox News, Chris Wallace, he said he supports 100% the Mueller investigation. Now, that's the investigation, of course, into Russian interference of the election. Now, that, of course, puts him at odds with the President of the United States. So instead of staying around to get slaughtered needlessly, no, he's running for the hills. Gone. Outie. And he is not the only one. So far, we've had about, if you include Gowdy, about 37 House Republicans that are no longer running for re-election. Democrats need to pick up 24 seats. Look, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying there's some open seats. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.